In a shadowed, ancient forest where the air hums with untamed magic, Lily, a reclusive and enigmatic witch, resides in her labyrinthine cottage. The forest is both her sanctuary and prison, guarded by mystical creatures bound to her will. Lily, though centuries old, is haunted by memories of her family's brutal end, a tragedy wrought by humans. Bitter and lonely, she has long vowed never to trust or love again. One stormy night, fate intervenes. Maximus, a ragged and disoriented man with wild eyes, stumbles into her forest. Drawn by the magic of the woods, he collapses on her doorstep. Against her instincts, Lily takes him in, intending to send him away as soon as he regains strength. But something about his presence feels unsettlingly familiar. Maximus, the madman, speaks in riddles and fragments of a life long forgotten. He remembers flashes of a burning castle, a family he cannot name, and a deep sadness he cannot explain. His moments of lucidity are few, but in those brief windows, he looks at Lily with a strange intensity, as if he knows her. Lily, despite her guarded heart, becomes intrigued. She uses her magic to peer into his past, only to find it shrouded in darkness. But in his ramblings, Maximus speaks of a curse, a powerful spell that destroyed his kingdom, driving him into madness and wiping away his identity. As days turn into weeks, an unspoken bond forms between them. Maximus, in his moments of clarity, shows Lily a kindness and warmth she hasn't felt in centuries. His madness, though erratic, carries an honesty that breaks through her carefully built walls. Against her better judgment, Lily begins to fall for him. But her heart is tormented. The more time she spends with Maximus, the more she notices strange symbols etched into his skin, symbols she recognizes as her own. They are remnants of a curse she cast long ago, in a moment of rage, upon the royal family that destroyed her loved ones. Maximus, she realizes, is the last survivor of that family. The curse that shattered his kingdom and broke his mind was her doing. Lily is consumed by guilt and torn by love. She realizes that breaking the curse would restore Maximus's mind and memories, but it would also force him to confront the truth, that she is the witch responsible for his suffering. Maximus, meanwhile, begins to sense fragments of his past returning. He recalls glimpses of a witch from his childhood, one who haunted his family's nightmares but whose face now feels like salvation. Their love becomes a tragic paradox. Lily, the cause of his pain, is also his only solace. When Maximus finally pieces together the truth, he is overcome with rage and despair. He confronts Lily, demanding to know why she destroyed his family. She tearfully recounts the night her family was burned alive by soldiers from his kingdom, the night she swore vengeance and unleashed a curse that doomed his bloodline. Maximus, though furious, cannot bring himself to hate her. The madness in his mind begins to fade as his memories return, and he sees that the woman before him is not the monster he imagined, but someone as broken and lonely as he is. To undo the curse, Lily must destroy the ancient talisman that binds it, a shard of her own soul hidden deep within the forest. Doing so will break the spell but will also strip her of her magic, leaving her mortal and vulnerable. Maximus begs her not to do it, fearing for her life. But Lily, knowing she cannot live with the guilt of what she's done, chooses to sacrifice her power to save him. In a harrowing ritual, she destroys the talisman, and the curse is lifted. Maximus is freed, his mind clear and his memories whole. But Lily collapses, her magic gone, her immortal life slipping away. As Lily lies dying, Maximus cradles her in his arms, vowing to protect her as she once protected him. Her mortal heart beats for the first time in centuries, and in her final moments, she feels truly alive. But fate intervenes once more. The forest, bound to Lily's magic, begins to wither without her. In a desperate act of love, Maximus carries her to the heart of the dying woods, where an ancient tree holds the last remnants of her power. He pleads with the forest to save her, offering his own life in exchange. The forest accepts his sacrifice. Maximus vanishes, becoming one with the magic that restores Lily's life. She awakens, mortal but alive, and finds the forest flourishing once more. Lily spends her days tending to the forest, haunted by memories of the man who saved her. Though she is mortal, she feels Maximus's presence in the whisper of the trees and the rustle of the wind, a reminder that love, even in sacrifice, endures. Moral of the story: true love is not about possession but sacrifice. It is the courage to let go, to make amends, and to heal, even when it means giving up everything.